Hi, I'm Bob Ryan. This is Globe 10.0. With me today, the estimable Charles P. Pierce. We're going to talk a little hockey now, and we're going to hope that Jack Edwards has recovered from whatever it was that was forcing him into another dimension last night.
I think he caught the Joseph Ellis flu.
He deserved it. He's been through so much. Okay, Charles, did they exercise the proverbial demon with that victory last night?
I think they may have exercised their demons, but I don't think they've solved their problems. They didn't score in that, and that wasn't a very good Montreal team. And if they don't play better offensively against Philadelphia, it's going to be a very ugly series.
All right, are you just talking about power play?
Power play, first line. We finally came around a little bit, but it took most of the series off.
All right.
And just this kind of overwhelming, this was one of those hockey games. This happens all the time in an overtime. One team gets 3 or 4 golden chances right at the beginning of the overtime, doesn't convert, the other team comes down and scores.
Yeah,
how many times have we seen that?
About 80% of the time. This is how those games are decided, quite frankly. Whether it's right away, as this one was 5 minutes, or whether it's the third overtime, that's the way they break down eventually. You're exactly right. All right, the demon factor. Let's pay some credit where it's due. We have an opportunity. Not only did they come from 0-2 down, Charles, to win this series, which they've never done in their franchise history, 0-2 blowing the first 2 at home in painful fashion, and then come back and win. We have to salute them for that, do we not?
Oh, absolutely. And winning the 7th game, which they hadn't done in what, 7 years?
94.
7 years or whatever.
Ray Bourque scored the last winning goal in 7th.
Let's give a couple of individual props. One to Tim Thomas, who came up gigantic. And he got left out on the ice for 2 5-on-3s, which I've never seen before.
Never.
I've never seen that
in a 2-1 game.
I have never seen that in a hockey game. And Patrice Bergeron, who had as good a playoff series as anybody had. And what a story.
And then had left stick up a little too high at an unpropitious moment.
And then makes the mistake. Exactly.
At an unpropitious moment. All right, but the fact that as far as the Demons thing, do you think that playing Philadelphia has any bearing on emotion whatsoever, or it's just it's the opponent is the opponent?
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a historical edge to the rivalry. There's what happened last year.
We're talking fans. Do you think these players?
Oh, I think the players. I think the players who lived through last year will absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, and I think certainly the Bruins this year are put together as a reaction to what happened against Philadelphia last year. So yes.
And once again, we have Brian Boucher. People saying, should he play? Shouldn't he play? And he comes up big, and all the principals are back, and this is going to be fun. So congratulations to the Bruins, but we're both in agreement here. You got to get better if you're going to advance.